I have finished the videos that you can catch on YouTube. I will send the link. But first things first, we've got to roll the ad, so I will be back in 3 minutes to be strange and wonderful. And we're back. Just to chat for a minute before we get into some tarot. We could match the outfit, use the mystery deck, maybe more Halloween Oracle. That was a lot of fun. Hey, how's it going? It's so funny because I was trying to remember how I used to do, like, how's it going? It's giving Gatsby, or like the look it's giving Gatsby, because period. I was hoping 60s vibe, but the short hair makes it 20s, Like if I had long hair, you'd see 60s, but the short hair gives, look at these earrings. You can't really see them, but they're really cute. Yes, yes, Queen Slay. Thank you. She sees it. She sees me. She sees me. But I'm also ready for a side quest with my magic mushrooms, which is why it's 60s. Yay. So what's up? How are you? Amen. I am a life of side quests. I'm like, wait, we had an objective? Good. I'm glad to hear. I was supposed to work today, and then my boss was like, "Honestly, it's slow." And I was like, "Okay." So I had the day off, and I did yoga and played the bongos and did a little poetry. I still vaped and scrolled more than I would like, but not as much as I normally do. So that's good. I posted things because I'm trying to get more into sharing and being on the internet. Since I'm on the internet, you're supposed to like grow, and I'm really bad at that. So 2024, I'm like, all right, I'm legit. We'll see. Yeah. Oh, that'd be so dope and so cool to start them. Yeah. I'm glad the kids were good because the kids are not always good. But I wish that I knew yoga at a younger age. It keeps you so strong and so flexible, honestly. Truly. I wish that I started and when I first heard the word yoga. I sometimes exercise in a way that is technically yoga, but I'm trying to do following along on YouTube. I have a goal video. She got me out in 10 minutes. I was like, girl, I cannot. Oh my God. Impressive. It's like Pilates yoga, so I think it's like generally more intense, more planking. But I wanna be that strong and flexible to be able to do what this woman did. I'll find you the video. Um, no, you're not interested. Like, no, Pilates. That shit is hard. Um, so yeah, I don't play the bongos. I don't really know how, but it's like fun to just do it. I guess it's not necessarily hard. Is there like notes when it comes to the bongo? Because it's just two drums, but if you hit it in different places, it makes different sounds. I might watch a YouTube video about that too, because I infamously do not play instruments and just want to be a musician so
If you were
bad.
taking a trip with your friends, why would
I wish I was taking a trip with me. Um, yeah, right? Like I have no idea how to play the bongos, but I played them today and it was a lot of fun. And then as I was fucking okay, let's get started. Let's get started. We want to get started. Not on tarot, just on the chat mode. The last couple nights have been amazing. There's a ton of lurkers and a bunch of my favorite chatters, including yourself. It's been so much fun the past few days. So let's keep going. Make it a hat trick, right? Winter is not gonna keep us down. This is this Stanley Cup season? Because I was thinking that Chumbawamba song. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Winter won't keep me down. Is it Stanley Cup season? It was a big thing for the Red Wings in the 90s. You had to be there, I guess, in the Midwest. Minton. Anyways, how's everybody doing? We're not going to do tarot yet. I did write a few things down today because I've been trying to do that more so that we have stuff to talk about on stream. Because Lord knows I can talk, but sometimes I don't really have anything to say. Um, I well, okay. I'm trying to think of where to start. Let me write down. I don't forget. I don't know. They might be. They're always around. They're always lurking. She called it. Thank you. Thank you to the very human Gregor. Okay, how's everybody doing tonight? Okay, I have a chain of things, I think, at this point, because I wanted to say something that I thought today, but then I was like, precursor thought to that thought. It's kind of an expanding thing. Oh, is that one of my emojis? I can't remember. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, fuck yeah. Um, cool. So, how's everybody doing? Yeah, how are you all? It's really great to have you here. It's lovely to chat with all of you. I was gonna say see you, but I can't see any of you, and I don't know what most of you look like. Not most of you, some of you. Actually, I think I know what all three of you look like in particular. And the lurkers will never reveal themselves, so I guess that's not a true statement. It's lovely to imagine all of you. Um, I will kind of like, I guess this is rooted in the tolerance break and the spiritual crisis, right? They never will. They literally never will. Um, when I took a break from being a holy man or a hot woman, I questioned who I was. And in that, I was still a poet and a romantic, and that was about it. I wasn't anything else. And it seemed like when I tore away every aspect of my identity and stopped doing what I love and stopped doing the work that I do and stopped being the person I am and stopped putting in the effort, my expression or my outlets, um, that's when I had an identity crisis, right? Because it's like, well, what's left? What am I if I admit I'm not any of those things, right? Because I got to a point where I was a little freaked out that I was saying too much on stream, doing too much on stream. I was like, yo, I need to be more legit. I need to be more like other humans. I need to do regular things and not just be a fucking weirdo on the internet, but also a holy man. I have to step up and being a hot woman, right? I had a spiritual crisis because I was like, damn, this feels like psychosis. And it happens so fast. It goes from spiritual to psychosis so fast that it actually is concerning to me how much of my psychosis and other people's psychosis, it's not just me. I know it's not just, I've seen them, met them, known them, done them, talked to them. Okay. It's not just me. People with psychosis tend to and often do go to very religious jargon. Very odd, but that's why it's so easy to not notice spirituality from mental health. I've always thought that because it's like, man, you can just get lost in there. So even when took a pause to handle that, to be able to discern the two, right? Um, I still continue to be able to do both, become mentally stable. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You can so easily not notice the difference between spirituality and psychosis. And I don't think people even realize. I think there's so many people that walk around with mild psychosis and we don't even acknowledge it because they hide behind the identity of their religion or their belief systems. It's listen, it's not all religious people and it's not all factors of religion, but sometimes it's like, bro, you've been in the psych ward brotherhood. Listen, sometimes it's like, yo, it's religious up in that bitch. It is religious up in that bitch, and you know it. It's religious up in that bitch. So it was 4 for 4 with 4 people. So you know that shit gets deep. But that's why after I had to take the time to be able to say, okay, if I agree to this medication, can I still do things like tarot and channeling? And the answer is yes. Cool. So I can manage any symptoms of psychosis that come from my PMDD while still doing the practices that I know and love. That's awesome. Cool. Um, the thing is that I got distracted by noise because I'm like a squirrel, but really a girl or a tilt-a-whirl, depending on no. Anyways, you can discern the two, but I feel like a lot of people don't even realize that they need to discern the two, whereas I inevitably had no choice but to figure that out or face that. And I think some people just hide behind the guise of um, seeing things as religious evocation. Is that the word? Of invoked of religious purposes, you know. There's a saint that apparently showed himself herself to 3 children, and that's like written in history now, and it's just so funny because it's like kids lie all the time. So it's just like a weird thing where they're like, "No, I swear we saw it." I don't know why it's so funny to me. I can't remember what saint it is, but it's just an odd thing, especially, like, because you can experience psychosis and have this religious psychobabble and also think you're talking to God. It's just I don't know. It's just so funny to see it on such a large scale, and it does really make you wonder who Jesus was, and honestly, the simplest, quickest answer to Jesus is psychedelic mushrooms. Psilocybin mushrooms. You can't, I mean, I don't know how people come up with any other conclusion other than maybe he was trans. I guess Buddhism, but I feel like there's a reason that he wasn't a Buddhist, bro. And I know that they were kind of far apart, but they weren't that far apart. He was in the Middle East and Buddhism was in China. Buddha, Siddhartha was China, India. India, sorry, I don't know. Man, wait. Yeah, India? You would know. Um, so there is some difference, and I feel like maybe it's because Jesus took drugs and believed in heathenism because he also drank wine. He wasn't really a Buddhist. Um, I could see that though. I do believe in meditation in that regard. You're not wrong. Um, right. He was very violent too and hung out with like nationalists. So they were like basically terrorists. Some guy got really mad at me when I said that. And I was like, have you read the Bible? Because I've read some and I know enough. I went to Catholic school. Those students were wilding out. Um, they were probably seen as terrorists at the time. But some of them were just fishermen. Yeah. Um, so when I strip myself of my identity and my beliefs and what I do, and I had nothing left. I was like, I don't know who I am. I don't think I'm an artist. I don't think I'm a painter. I don't think I'm a tarot reader. I don't think I'm a channel. I don't think I'm a witch. I don't think I'm powerful. I don't think I'm good at anything. I don't think I'm a writer. I don't think I do this stuff. Like, I literally was like, I don't know. I think I wouldn't even have an identity crisis at all if I was good at those things, right? I think maybe it would show for itself more if I was good at them, you know? So when I stripped all these things away, all really truly that was left again, poetry and romance. Because poetry, for some reason, no matter what I can write, I can always write a poem. Even if I can't produce a novel, even if I can't finish a story, even if I can't get a prompt, I will always be able to write a poem. So even when I was nothing else, I was still a poet. And I still had the capacity to find love in my heart when there was nothing else in my life. I was like, well, at least there is love to get us by. So, with nothing else, that's the truest core of my identity, poet, romantic. But what I realized is, you know, being able to live without it just meant that my life became a lot more boring than it was because I was having a lot of fun and actually enjoyed what I did. But again, I was channeling all the time. I was barely sleeping. I stopped eating. My PMDD is bad enough as it is. Like it was just a plethora of things that hit hard enough to make me be like, all right, I need help because I can't manage this anymore. So I was a little freaked out in coming back to it, but it came with such natural ease that I welcomed it with open arms. So, um, life became kind of boring without the streaming, without the tarot, without the channel, without everything in it. So slowly, week by week, even day by day, over the last few months, I've reintroduced all of it back into my life. Big thing being channeling last night on the stream. I haven't done that in a long time, and that was intentional. I didn't think I was going to do it anymore. But at the end of the day, that's what the people are here for. That's what's really that's what really sets me apart from a lot of readers because it's hard to do what I do, and I do it with such ease. It's a very beautiful thing, and I was very in touch with it, but that means being in touch with death, and that's not always going to make for the best quality of life when you are hanging out with death all the time. That's just what it came down to. Um, so I had to get more 3D grounded and not 5D grounded. Because Lord knows you can stay up there forever. It's a good time till you see war or some shit, and then you're like, oh, damn, yeah, I guess it's everything, not just the good things. So being able to live without it was possible, but it was less enjoyable. Living with it, I could do manageably, even being a day walker, right? Because that was, I sought work and hobbies. That was the solution when I was like, okay, I'm not going to do it anymore. Then I'll do these other things. But that wasn't enough. It's not the fulfillment that I get from being holy man, not woman. It's just not the same. I haven't started tarot yet. I'm just like, we're just chatting. Hey, um, I have like a little list of things. No, I didn't decide on a deck yet either. If you want to decide on a deck or like what topic you have inquiries about. Um, and then I also have some year ahead readings. They're pretty quick. You could step out. Oh, dude, channeling when you don't eat is fucking scary because then you're just like, you listen, listen. I feel you, but I was going through phases where I wouldn't snap out of the channeling because I was like, but I like it. It's like, yo, they're dead. They don't need to eat. They're not thinking of the host as like, they're the idols in a sense. They do not care about you or your body because, you are one in mind, right? Absolutely. Well, yeah. Um, it's this funny thing where my readings are always intuitively spot on for everyone else. And I've gotten a 99.9% accuracy rating, right? Like people come back to me and they're like, hell yeah, that was spot on. Um, But when it comes to my own readings or me, I just feel like I'm like, "What?" It's always like, "That doesn't seem true. That's not what's happening. I am so confused right now. What am I seeing? What is this reading? This doesn't make sense. This isn't aligning with what's going on in my life." So, I feel like there's a block. Like, I can't yeah, like, I feel like I can't read for myself, and I can I guess I can channel for myself, though. I talk to all sorts of dead people, so I wanna get to that too. Okay. So I'm slowly reintroducing all these habits and things that I love into my life over the last few months after taking a break from literally everything for the month of September. Quit smoking weed, quit doing tarot, quit doing Twitch, like the tea break. Okay. I wasn't really painting, I wasn't really writing, I wasn't really doing anything. I picked up fucking cigarettes, god damn it, and now I'm addicted to the fucking breeze. It's terrible. I hate this thing. I don't even enjoy it. When I hit it, I'm like, ugh, my lungs feel like ice. I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm literally addicted to it, you guys. Oh, like a fucking toddler, like a fucking binky. I'm addicted. I want it. It's so fucking annoying. I'm hoping that when this one dies, I'll just pretend to hit the dead one, and that will suffice until I can, like, stop doing that because 'cause I'll feel really fucking dumb, you know? But I'm gonna put it down, and I wanna go back to smoking weed. I thought this was, like, the better thing to do. It matches my outfit right now, which is really cute. You can't really see it, but we match. Um, I like flower, dog. I like flower. Can't I love my Pinjamina. She's a girl. But I love flower, my dudes. I love bong rips. I can't help it. It's who I am. As a person, I'm a stoner. I'm a stoner. I'm a stone. Okay. So I just side note. That's just where I'm at in life. I was like digital age and like, bitch, you hate computers. No offense. No offense, you guys. I love all of you. So I'm talking about technology. I love all of you dearly. I'm learning so much, and I appreciate that we can all work together. You too. Damn, okay. Yeah, that sucks. Sounds like the worst. No offense. Anyways, I started adding things on. I started painting again. Started drawing again. I started working again in jobs that I always used to really like coffee, right? I started smoking again. I started getting high again. I started streaming again. I started doing tarot again. I started channeling again. And I realized that I felt a lot more fulfilled day in and day out by doing those things, even though I know a life without them. And I had issues uh, with life with them, in life with them. That's how I'd say that. I had issues in life with them, but I lived life without them. And it comes down to making a choice. I kind of didn't believe in anything after I took a break, took some meds. I was like, yo, I'm not sure this shit is for me. I'm not really sure what I believe. I'm not real sure that I want anything to do with any of this. I'm not really sure this is for me. What, me of all people to say that? No. It was not long before I started doing tarot, like, okay, there's definitely something to it. And then I started channeling a little. I'm like, okay, I can definitely hear that. And then I start streaming more and connecting and doing the same motions as people, just like we did before. So it's definitely a balance, but it's also a choice. What do you mean, assessors? I channel anybody. We were talking to Jimi Hendrix last night. I'm one of those. I'm a Molly. um, I started to reintroduce the things that I love into my life, which is hard because it's winter and other things I love is like going outside, seeing the trees, walking through trails, sitting in the grass, having a picnic, floating. All I could think about today is floating down a river. I just want to float down a river so bad. I just want to sit on a raft and float my ass down a river. Oh my god, doesn't that sound so good? Down a river. New song. Just wanna sit on a raft and float my ass down a river. Ancestors. Sorry, you said ancestors, so it was just a typo. I see. I easily channel all of them, everything, all at once, anyone. Sometimes living people, it's irritating. That's the thing on it. Look at doing this, probably channeling right now. Something's coming through as we speak, or I wouldn't be doing those repetitive motions, methinks. So, um, I realized that I was making a choice to have my beliefs. I was making a choice to continue to practice with my gifts, making a choice to be this person and to do this stream and to talk like I do. Because then I thought I could stream and restrict myself, restrict the conversation, and be mindful of what I say instead of having open, vulnerable conversation that actually helps people, right? And the stream does a lot better when I'm more open and more free, too. It honestly does. And we all see it. Yeah, I don't recommend it. I just don't recommend it. I cannot explain how I just don't recommend it anymore, ever. But try writing, try scribbling, try when you're focusing, get lost in it, repetitive motions. That's what I was saying just now, doing this was a little sign that I might be channeling something. And then I just heard something in my ear. Something wants to come through. Somebody wants to talk to you. You want to talk to somebody. And that's why you are channeling the dead or wanting to. Hey, this is who made the emotes for us, y'all. Good vibes. Gotta keep those loving good vibrations. Gotta keep those loving good vibrations. I don't know, this doesn't even really sound like the song. I'm picking up good vibes. She's giving me good vibes. What's up? We're just getting into some deep conversation. Um, have an offering too. Oh, thank you, love. I appreciate that. Thank you. And I hope you get to sleep well and have sweet, sick dreams. Thank you again. Happy dreams, happy streams. That's for us. Um, good, 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 good vibration. Good, 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 good vibrations. So, anyways, it's about making a choice. It's about choosing to practice, choosing to believe, choosing to actively seek these things and hold these values. And that's what I realized because I cut it all off and said, nah, I'm not into it. But my life felt like it was missing something without it. And as I reintroduce some of it, I just go straight back to all of it. It's like it unravels before me. And it's kind of beautiful to get reacquainted with your own spirituality because you get to a certain point on the road and it's like, where else do you go? And God says, honestly, good point. Start here. Again, yep, here we go. And I made it back. But now I'm taking my time, you know? Taking my time. Because when you obsess about death, like I did and have and do, if you will, I'm a morbid kind of girl. I may not seem, well, I do look like a sacrilegious nun right now. So I guess the morbidity stands. Um, I'm looking a bit gothic tonight. So I was like, maybe I don't look morbid. Bitch, I think you kind of do. Those murderous sideburns. I think you do. Um, when you are obsessed with death, there's really, that's like the end all be all. Next journey. We won't really know what happens until we get there. But the fact that I can talk to dead people blows my mind so much that I fixated on it. And I got a little too close to death, too familiar, too acquainted, too comfortable with it. I was ready to go. I was ready to say, okay, if I'm next, then so be it. Oh shit, I'm next. I'm next, aren't I? And believe it. When really I was probably just hungry. Okay. So you got to be careful when it comes to that topic because it is kind of the end. I don't know. It's not the end of spirituality, but it's like, where else do you go? Focus on living, focus on breathing, focus on the living. And maybe once in a while get a fucking reading, but I don't recommend starting to do that shit because it's pretty intense. It does take a lot out of you, and I don't even realize how much it takes out of me until it's too late and they take everything because there's so many of them. I don't think we fathom how many dead people there are because there's so many people who are alive. But then you think about how many people have lived over the entire lifetime of man, and you're like, damn, you know? Um, so I questioned my beliefs to the point where I was like, I don't think I believe in any of these things anymore. But because I didn't really enjoy life without having those things, I decided to choose my beliefs. And I think that is what faith is. That is what it means to have faith. It's like, yes, I'm fully aware that I might be wrong. I have actually taken the time and space away from these things just to ensure myself and to give myself a reality check to say, oh, that's nice. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, that's more living vibes. Gods transcend humanistic expectations. I don't know. Um, I was thinking of the also like this. I was singing. So somebody eating chicken tenders with ranch right now. Don't lie to me. It's probably one of the fucking lurkers. They'll never admit it. I just got this wave of like chicken tenders and ranch. Could not be checked. Um, yeah, I'm not a huge fan, but I'll eat it if out of desperation, right? Like I am a chicken tenders and barbecue sauce kind of gal myself, but I just had this like whiff taste, whatever you call it. And I dropped my pen. Somebody's eating it. Um, so I choose to have faith. I have faith in my beliefs because I've seen the way that they work and I have seen the way God is and I have seen the extent of my own human capabilities and I have seen some scary fucking things and I have been to edges that I never want to be on again. I have had visions that I wish I never saw. That sometimes they make too much sense later on. In the moment, you're scared as fuck and you won't do anything to make them stop. But in retrospect, it's like, damn, I kind of get it though. I kind of see what that was supposed to mean instead of taking it so personally, you know? That's the thing with channeling, bro. It's crazy. I'm just so open to anyone and anything all the time too, and that was a big problem I was having on the stream is I would connect with just fucking any random lurkers. I don't even know who it is. Fucking wild. Now I'm like, who's eating chicken tenders? Jesus. Um, I was also thinking about how scrolling. This is just like these are the notes I had from today. By the way, that's why I told you all of that stuff about the last few months and reintroducing hobbies and shit. Scrolling is not new. I don't know if y'all remember those like early odd days in the 2000s, Y2K. We scrolled the internet just as much as we do now. We could stumble upon Reddit was around for evs, right? No, maybe not that one. No, I have crystals, but that's what I'm saying. I don't really practice lately. I used to make myself potions and have an altar and have crystals around me when I practice, but like, no, lately it's just me raw. I'm trying to get back into it though, and I still have an altar by my bed, but it's just not been the same, and I'm getting back to it. Um, And it's funny to think that Steve Jobs created all the technology that there ever was for Apple, like when he formed the company, but he was doing the slow roll out of the technology. And then when he died, they speedlined it, correct? So it's interesting that we were like really made for it. That was just something I was thinking about. Killfrog.com, albinoblacksheep.com. We scrolled, baby. We always been scrolling. Maybe it's a millennial thing, I don't know. But now everybody does it. We was on the internet, homestarrunner.com. We was scrolling sites. Okay. Oh my God, it don't even matter anymore. We had YouTube, which is wasn't the same YouTube we have now. Um, that was just a random thought I had today. Okay, so because I discussed my own experience with stripping back my identity and not doing the things that I love, and putting them back in place. Like, oh, I did yoga, I wrote poetry, I played the bongos. I was trying to really fathom what non artists really do with their time sometimes. You work out. I don't know. I would just I was so bored when I wasn't doing those things. I like reading books. I read a lot of books last year. Like I went from not reading any books to reading like at least 5 books last year. And I'm really proud of myself. And I have a library card, so I just feel like I should probably read so many books. If y'all have some recommendations, I'm thinking I want to read some Sylvia Plath. Like I feel like I should read The Bell Jar. I've never read The Bell Jar. I just seem like I feel like I should read The Bell Jar. Um, I also feel like Anne Rand deserves my time, even though I hear she kind of sucks and people don't really fuck with her. I just feel like she deserves my time in a way. So we'll see. I don't think I have it in me to read on stream, to be honest with you. I tried that for that minute and I thought it was the book I was reading, but honestly, it just never really sounds that appealing to me. So I don't think I'll be reading on stream. Yeah, so I was playing the bongos and I was looking into this open space and I was imagining a dance party and people being there and I felt filled with spirit. And I realized that a lot of my loneliness was coming from the fact that I was ignoring my beliefs because my beliefs would have me um, believing that there we are never truly alone because we do walk amongst the dead and we do have guides and there are extraterrestrials, right? Like without those beliefs, it seems like this small, bleak, almost dismal loneliness for me. I don't know if other people feel that way where you're like, damn, I'm just isolated, alone. I only have a few friends and I only see half of them and like feeling weird about it. But then I realized I tried to remember. I was like, "How come I never felt this way before when I was in the exact same situation?" And it was because I felt connected. It's because I would talk to God. It's because I felt connected to spirit. It's because I would get downloads and channel messages all day long because I would write to to my viewers when we weren't streaming because I would do tarot for people and on YouTube and I would just feel like I could talk to any person I wanted. How much time have I spent with Nico? You know, um, I felt connected, and so I never felt lonely. And so it is my faith that it is real because I've seen life without it, and it sucks, and I don't like it as much as life with it. So I guess I have reinstated my belief system, and I have faith in them because I actually just don't like the other option of it not being there at all. I very much prefer a life with God, Spirit, our loved ones, if you will. That's just a much better feeling to me, and it's a lot less lonely that way. Where you're like, damn, what am I doing this for? And it's like, do it for everyone who can't do it anymore. It's really so simple. And it's honestly like, okay, yeah, I can dig that. I can definitely dig that. So that's, I think that was it for my little topics on here. Yeah. Dance for the divine and those who can't do it anymore, right? Brilliant. Brilliant. Um, what's up? We gotta roll ads soon. How we doing? Are we back to just lurkers? I appreciate y'all being here. I love when y'all chat with me, but I appreciate y'all being here. I figure after the ads we could do some tarot if you want to. How we feeling? I don't know what deck to use. I don't know if we're in the mood for anything. I don't know how much more I can talk. Just kidding. I could probably keep talking. I ran out of topics of things that I was going to talk about. um, there was any more questions. I don't know. Um, let me know what you're in the mood for if you're in the mood for anything. But maybe it's going to be a quiet night tonight, and that's got to be okay too. So, thank you for tuning in. Maybe we will do some tarot. The mystery deck is always fun. I feel like the Thoth deck I just did for the tarot videos on my YouTube channel. I have the whole zodiac up. Or welcome back. I was just saying, what are we in the mood for? Do we have any more questions? I was just kind of going through my little list of topics um, that I wanted to touch on, and I did. So now I'm like, okay, anything else? Do you want to do some tarot? Do you want to do whatever? I don't know. Um, Lots of lurking tonight, but that's all right. It's my agreement to talk and no one else's. So if anyone has an opinion, I'm accepting that at this time. I want to hit the breeze, but I'm trying to hit the breeze less, so I'm going to hit the Penjamina instead. Do we want to do some tarot? We're gonna have to roll the ads in a few minutes, anyways. So let's just kind of, yeah. Do you have a preference of like what deck? Each of one of my decks is kind of set aside for something. Do you have a topic or interest? I guess I could tell you what they are. The thought deck is my general or situational deck, which is the most all inclusive. But like I said, I just did year ahead thought readings. A Halloween oracle is shadow self readings and what I use to talk to the deceased. I can talk to them without it, but that's the deck assigned for those types of readings. I have the mystery deck, which is my deck for gods, goddesses, guides, galactics, and twin flame readings, because in this arena of the worlds, twin flame is a cosmic connection, and that is what makes them the way they are. I have my demon oracle, which is career, finances, economy, and karmic relationships. I have my Reiki deck, which is um, cleansing, energy cleansing. I got my sacred cycles, which is all about the feminine. I honestly am not that good at reading those because they are kind of weird. And I don't like to read the booklets for tarot. I like to just learn them, but I have not learned this deck yet. I have my Guardian of the Night tarot for dream interpretation, Akashic relations, and just like otherwise dreams too, I guess, like future dreams in a sense. I feel like I'm forgetting a major one. Oh, because I don't have my cosmic deck of initiation. Sad. Um. Oh, and my pink deck for soulmate, relationship, and love connections. I think that's it. And I have sexual magic, but I don't use those on stream because they're. I want this. God damn it. I'm trying. Like I said, I'm getting there. Getting better every day. Filling my time with other things like yoga and bongos so that I don't have as much time to sit and breathe because it's so damn convenient, but it makes me so sluggish. I'm drinking coffee. I'm a cigarettes and coffee kind of girl, not a breezing tea. I got this nicotine gum. I might try that too to get off the fucking breeze. Sometimes I pick decks based on my outfit. So I feel like I don't really have a yellow deck, but the Guardian of the Night Tarot does have bees on it, so I feel like that's kind of yellow. We can use this one, Akashic. And the mystery deck is really cool. And I feel like you'd like to see some channel messages. We can see if we can get some good channel messages from that tonight. Just start with the Guardian of the Night Tarot. It's kind of lame sometimes. We don't get the best readings, but it's been better lately. See, it matches the fit. Um, I noticed. Oh, we gotta get into tarot mode and play the ads before I get into this. I've noticed that when I do readings on YouTube, and even when I was doing readings on stream, I rush through them and I just kind of say what the card is. And I feel like what people like about my readings is how in depth I go, and I haven't been going very in depth. I did year-long readings, and most of them are under 10 minutes. And it's like, since when? I thought that I took my time. I thought I used to make at least 20-minute videos. Y'all have an opinion on that? Well, it's a bunch of lurkers. They're not going to say their opinion. You can have one. Um, I used to do some 40-minute readings, 20-minute readings. Now I do like 10-minute reading average. I don't know what people like to watch on YouTube because sometimes I'll just get ready to an hour-long video from one of my favorite readers. But I noticed that I get better views from my shorter videos, so I was just wondering if anybody had an opinion on that. Um, yeah, I am learning to slow down because I did a 45-minute reading on here the other night with one deck, and usually I'm speeding through them and doing 3 decks in 30 minutes or whatever. Not usually, lately. Like, before my Twitch break, I was going all in every night and doing way too much, you know? But now I reeled it back so much that I don't really go that in, and now I'm finally going back in. It's like I put my toes in, now I'm putting my feet in, and I'm getting my legs in, and I'm about to go for a dive, you know what I'm saying? Right. So, we gotta roll these ads, unfortunately. It's just part of Twitch. I'm gonna stretch. I'm gonna drink some water. You can grab a snack, pen and paper, light some incense, use the bathroom, wash your hands. Do what you gotta do. We have 3 minutes, embrace it instead of just watching the ads. Ooh, it's gonna be a good night, Tatina, Katina. Hell yeah. Love that. Good to remember. All right. We'll be back in 3. And we are back. Hero mode. Let's go. Guardian of the night. All right. So these are my Akashic cards. Looking back. Yep, Akashic records. which kind of constitutes karmic relationships, but it's a little bit different because it's not necessarily just karmic, but rather anything that we go through. And not every relationship is left unresolved. Thank you. I'm gonna clear this space though. Ooh, let's light a candle. It's also dreams and dream interpretation. And we're going to try to go in on this reading. That's the goal. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Whoa. This is the most cards I've gotten out of this deck in a while. So that's good. Ooh. Okay, it seems like enough, and a lot of them are face down. Okay, the world at the bottom of the deck seems like a very good and matching place to start. Let me get these future cards up from the floor. What was that? Uh-oh, I set something on my keyboard and now it's beeping at me. No. No, thank you. All right. Cool. We have a mess of cards on the table, so let's go through them. We're starting with some face down cards, so let's see what our first blockages are. We have strength, which is Leo, so you could be a Leo or you're dealing with a Leo, but also using our own strength is what's holding us back. If we have to use strength, it means something is resisting us. We have the Page of Swords, maybe a little bit of pettiness, a little bit of conflict. Like it's a little weasel guy. So just a little bit of that, I don't want to say snaky energy, but it's holding us back. Other blockages, the Tower in reverse. We are not open to receiving what's ours because we are not willing to let go of what is not ours. We have the Knight of Pentacles here, so we do see some gain from this situation where you are benefiting from it and getting something out of it. But here we're met with more blockages. We have the Two of Swords. Is it worth your own peace? Or is it that this brings you peace? And that's why you can't help but hold on to it. You enjoy this time of peace. We have the Five of Pentacles. So you're feeling very protective over what's yours, even if it's not much. You don't feel adequate in a sense, and yet you feel defensive over what you do have because you want more. More blockages being met. We have the Four of Pentacles. So you're looking for something, but you're not necessarily going to find it. I don't think that means it's so deeply hidden that you don't find it. I think there is nothing to find. I'm sorry to hear that. You must be young. How did you get here? Nine of Swords is the self-inflicted wound. Okay, torturing yourself. It could be self-mutilation, it could even be hard drugs, but it's any kind of self-inflicted wound. But we have the Wheel of Fortune present, which means things are going to turn around and turn in your favor. We have the Queen of Swords here, so it's about trimming the fat, making the cuts, and knowing when to stop and where to put your efforts in. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, so you may not be successful at this right away, but you have to continue to do it. You have to continue to set your boundaries. You have to continue to work at whatever's in front of you. You have to continue to budget if that's what it takes, because right now it's putting in the work since you don't have the results that you actually want just yet. We have the card face down on its side, the lovers. You might be in a situation where you're not quite with someone, you're not with them, or there's a decision that has yet to be made and you know you will eventually need to make it. You might also have recently lost a Gemini. They're not necessarily in reverse, but they're definitely not present either, being on its side. So you have to decide where this relationship is going for yourself. And once you do make that decision, is when you truly start to go on this journey, with the Fool being right underneath it. We have the Seven of Wands, so it's all about a time of learning, being attentive, listening, being in class, if you will. And we also have the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak. So, it might be like no matter what you choose, inevitably you will be getting your heart broken in a situation, or the heartbreak comes in other areas because we cannot love without knowing the way a heart can ache. Blocking us, we have the Eight of Cups, so maybe spending a little too much time alone is holding us back. Yeah, that's confirmation. That's going to affect us in the long run as well. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So once again, you may not have much, but what you do have, you're protecting. You might be putting a freeze on your own money. Amen. I want to be strong. I want to be capable. I want to be able. I want to be healthy. That's what I say. That's why I started doing yoga. I'm on day 2, doing yoga every day from now on. Even if it's just me and some YouTuber. And even if it's starting really off small, I'm going to build my way up. I'm going to be able to do a push up proper, you know. Um, Seven of Discs here, Seven of Pentacles. Being very overprotective. You might have a freeze on your own wealth because you're holding on to things too tightly. But we have Two of Pentacles here as well, so we see some change coming. I love this card actually. Future cards, we have the Queen of Wands. So you will be addressing an emotional situation coming soon. We have the Empress in reverse and the Four of Swords in reverse. So now is not okay. You may feel like I don't know, you may lose out on a person. I don't know how else to describe this. Um, but it's not going to keep you up at night to lose them. So I guess get down, because I really don't know how else to say that. You're going to follow your dreams. You're going to follow your passions. You're going to chase what's yours. You're not going to sit around and wait for something that isn't. So to see these in the reverse, the Four of Swords is that stay up all night energy. So if we are without that, that's great. If that means being without the Empress, then I guess that's great too. We also have the Four of Cups in reverse, so maybe not actually feeling. Truth is, it is more sleepless nights. There you go. There you have it. Is he in a Taurus by chance? Um, they are gonna miss you more than they let on, that's for sure. You'll miss them more than you let on. The Ace of Swords, which you don't know yet. You have no idea the outcome yet, and you won't know for a long time. So it's the very future card. You don't know what you got till it's done. Say paradise and put up a parking lot. We got through all those cards in 10 minutes. It was a good reading. Amen. Not being in touch. Yeah. Everyone needs their feminine side. The moon, Pisces energy. Ruby, I think, is July. So he might be a Leo or a Cancer. Think about what you want. It's 111 on the time. Think about what you want from the absolute worst case scenario. Think of your best possible outcome and let that mentality be your guiding light. Eight of Wands, communication will come through. We have the Hanged Man, so double up on the Pisces energy, being very dedicated to a situation. We have the Empress in the upright now, Taurus energy, seated at the throne. Four of Swords in the upright, feeling that up all night energy. We have the Queen of Wands again, but this time with the Ten of Wands. Sometimes chasing your dreams can be more stressful than you might think. We have the Three of Cups, which is abundance, celebration, having a good time. We have Death, which is the Scorpio card, but also the ending of something and perhaps the beginning of something else. We have the Nine of Swords, which once again is the self inflicted wound, cruelty, and mutilation of the self. We have the Three of Pentacles, which is stability and finances. But I'm also gathering that this is once again a very protective energy. This deck is spiritual. We have the Eight of Pentacles, prudence, but also community and working together, becoming part of the hive, you know? And the Ace of Wands, so getting a handle on your emotions and also being the light in somebody's world. Thank you to all the lurkers who are lurking. Feel free to follow so you can chat along. When I say be mindful of interruptions, I just want them to be tarot related when we're doing tarot, and then like random if we're in chat mode. That's all. I feel like I'm good with this deck. Oh, it's just one more. You know I ain't got money. I'm so in love, honey. Looking it up immediately. Oh my god. These kind of look AI. Oops. I don't even think that link is gonna work. These aren't technically tarot, but you could definitely read with them. So the answer is no? Barbie Dreamland Tarot deck? No. That's the one I already sent, I think. It's not really Barbie. It's a lie. Summer of Barbie was so lit. I just would like to say Summer of Barbie was absolutely lit. There's Blissful Dream Doll Tarot, which is like probably not able to use Barbie as a name, but it looks really good. I might get this one. I'll let you bring it up. That link might not work because it's too long. I'll show you. Fuck it. We're getting a little sidetracked from tarot, but it's for a good cause. Check this out. Yeah, this is it. This is the true Barbie tarot. I want this. Hey, dream chaser, reach for the stars and let your dreams sparkle like sequins. You were born to shine. That's so cute. Blissful Dream Doll Tarot. That's so funny. Hello, wise one. You're a guiding light to others, sharing knowledge and kindness. Stay true to your values and lead with grace. Hell yeah, I love that the Hierophant was an example. Hey, love. I can't read that one as well. Hey, playful diva. Don't be afraid to indulge in a little fun and mischief. Remember, you're the fabulous boss of your choices. Wow. Yeah, we are getting this deck. We are getting this deck. Okay, back to tarot. We're getting that deck. We're gonna make sure the seller is legit, and then we're gonna get that deck. Hello, everyone. Just gonna get started with the mystery deck here. Just lurkers tonight, huh? I appreciate y'all being here, though. Hey, you've been here every night. What do you mean? Just started with the mystery deck. Yeah, right? I want the blissful dream doll deck. We have abundance. Gotcha. Thank you for tuning in. We have emotion and intellect here, which is basically using your wise mind, which is something they'll teach you with DBT. And we have abundance, letting things flow to you freely. We have the King of Earth here, so shout out to the Earth signs, but also the masculine presenting feminine. Very stable masculine coming in, grounded, firm, planted in his beliefs. We have the counselor here, so you may need to have someone assist you on a judgment call. We have ninth position water, so making sure you remain positive through these situations. We have the 10th position water, the feminine sort of orchestrating things. This can definitely be manipulative energy. We have the 8th position air, which is duality, but it's a situation where you're ready to fight, but also having something fight you. And it's like, what are you really holding on to and why? We have love present here. Love is always present. This is duality of the feminine, 6th position air. Someone mentioned I don't hold the cards up long enough for people to really see them. We have the self, grounded, rooted, planted, seated at the throne of the divine. And we have Queen of Air, so the feminine presenting the masculine. Yeah, I am doing kind of fast readings. We have the 3rd position, Earth, so planting a seed. Now's not really the time to plant seeds. It's winter in January and the ground is still frozen, if it even froze. We have 1st position water, so some extraterrestrials wanting to make contact, and 1st position Earth, more extraterrestrials wanting to make contact. I guess try to focus. Might try to channel a message for y'all. I know we still have like 30 minutes, but I am actually gonna roll an ad break because I gotta check for something before I do this. So we will be back in 3 minutes, y'all. Sorry. Okay, we're back. We were just looking to see if there was a Barbie deck. There's not really, but there's one like AI Barbie, and then there's one that's actual Barbie, but it's not called Barbie. So there was, but wasn't a Barbie deck. Anyway, I wanted to see if I still had any of my cola left, and I did because I like drinking carbonation when I'm channeling. They like it, I like it. I don't know if it helps, but it seems like it does. Um, what's up, y'all? We're gonna see if we can get some gods, goddesses, guides, or galactics. I'm trying to quit. Reprimand me whenever I hit my vape, but also be proud of me whenever I don't. That's all I ask. Boo, you suck. Okay. I'm thinking the song when I was done dying, I was listening to it right before my stream. Oh, I missed the part earlier. I dropped more. But I'm not afraid. You said it right the first time. Bad to the bone. Truthfully, what I'm getting right now, it's like a blue being, almost like aquatic looking, with very extended fingers with little bulbous at the end. So extraterrestrial, you'd think. But the message is sort of like dismal, if you will. Because as they sort of say, truthfully, they haven't got much to say. This planet is so deeply in war that it may never know peace, as so many other planets in this galaxy do. They've never seen anything quite so destructive or toxic or just generally unlikable as they see on Earth. As much as humanity stands out to them for all their amazing accomplishments for how little they have compared to what some of the other planets are working with. In the same way that they can receive these messages, but we don't really project to them, they come to us, right? So, very impressed with an on planet species rather than us being our true potential of interdimensional beings. Humans seem very confined to their planet, and it's a planet that they actively destroy. It's truly samsara. Truly samsara. So it's interesting to see them long for something different when they haven't even figured out how to do it because they're so fixated on destroying the planet and no one can really fathom why. And we understand that many of the people of Earth also can't fathom why, but they don't see how much it holds them back until they start to see us. And that they will. If I could turn back time, if I could find a way. That song, it's too late for us. Not really getting any other cards. Not sure if I really want to go deeper into that message. It didn't seem very positive. But again, a lot of these beings are very speechless right now. What goes on the Gaza has startled the universe. 2023, and they still act like this is how it feels that we're being spoken to. Third position, Earth, planting the seed. We have the maiden here. Embarking on a journey. We have the sixth position, water, accepting the help. If people want to help you along the way, then you should let them. Always know if you're being taken advantage of. You have to use discernment, not trust people fully, or leave your life in the hands of others. But if people offer you help, it's better to learn to accept it, especially if it's something little. You say thank you instead of I'm all right. You say, sure, I could use a hand. I appreciate it instead of, oh, no thanks, I got it. You know, you have to learn to accept the small things so when the time comes, you can accept the big things. We have the fourth position, Earth. The masculine is getting tired. Okay, thank you so much for being here. It was nice to get to chat with you. Said, um, stay in school. The masculine is getting tired, holding up the structure and maintaining his world. Ninth position, water, is required for the feminine to have a positive outcome. Positive outlook, regardless of the situation. Where there is great strength comes great resilience. So know that if the masculine is being strong, it's because there is a lot working against him. And he relies on the feminine for that sunny disposition, more or less. Some blockages we have here is that, ninth position, fire. The masculine holds the power. The masculine knows the truth and is in power in the situation. The world is sort of in his hands. As he holds it up, he also holds it in the palm of his hand. We have some cards on their side, so they're not quite in the upright, but they're not quite in the reverse. There is not effort of love in the situation. Love does take effort. As much as we want to fall in love, we don't realize that you have to swim once you get there. You can't just float. If you just think you're going to float, you'll sink. And then you'll fall in something way deeper than love. So, the situation, we see love on the side. It's not in the upright, it's not there, but it's not the absence of love either. It's in between. It's what could be or what was. We have the Queen of Air on its side, where you're not done with the situation, but you're not investing in the situation either. You're not putting effort into this, but you're not cutting it off either. We have the eighth position air on its side, which you have not yet achieved a balance of sacrifice and effort. This is not the time that you've done this. We have something blocking us from the sage among other cards here. We're gonna see what these are. We've got the sage, which is a very knowledgeable, wise man. We have emotions here, which we see them very well balanced. We have heaven and earth. with desire, which is why I'm not a Buddhist. I think desire is a good thing. What we're seeing in these cards is a lot of growth, a lot of dreams come true, a lot of what we want in life, wisdom, feeling, depth, desire. These are all positive things that would do well for us. What is stopping us from having them? Healing. There needs to be healing before you can have these things. Hi. It's been a minute. How's it going? Just using the mystery deck. I mean, you can ask whatever or just think it to yourself. I'm just using the mystery deck right now. I'm good. How are you? Good to hear. Yeah, the holy man haircut. Monk Millie, what you think? Thank you. A lot of people tell me I can pull it off, which I appreciate because the grow out is the slow down. It's so annoying. I'm ready to have my Barbie Girl World haircut once more. I'm not really getting any more from this deck, being honest. So I'm gonna cut it over. It was a good reading though. If you, in case you missed it, oh, wait, not gonna be the right link. I did do some year ahead readings. They're not long, which is actually really surprising. And kind of what I was talking about earlier is that I used to be a lot more in depth when I did these videos because I mean, I couldn't help it. It was just how I did readings. But now I try to hold back on my energy because it's all free content at this point, other than thank you to my subscribers. But what I put on YouTube is not monetized like it is on Twitch. So I try not to expense too much of my energy to it. But people seem to watch the shorter readings more than they used to watch the longer ones. But here's some tarot, zodiac, individual readings. There's some bonus readings from the highest viewers last month to start, and then the year ahead readings for each zodiac sign to follow. So you can check those out if you want more tarot. I want to start doing more in-depth readings on there and taking my time with it and doing a couple a day instead of busting out 12 in one day. That's what I did this time, intending for them to be a bit longer, but they weren't. So we'll see. Um, I didn't really have any other tarot planned, to be honest. That was kind of it. Um, what's up though? Yeah. We had some good conversation earlier too, but I don't really have much to talk about. I don't know what's been up. Do you have a deck request or anything before we get out of tarot mode? I haven't been doing tarot for too well, I guess it's been 45 minutes, right? Um, no, I didn't. I did go through my journal and topics that I was going to talk about. You know what I'll do? Well, not really tarot related, but maybe I'll read you a poem from my new poetry book that I'm working on. Kind of almost done with it. That's what I was working on today when I said I was writing poetry. It's for this book, but it's going to take a lot of editing still. Um, did we have anything else? Any questions? Channeling? Yeah, we could do anything. Find a blank page. Not a blank page, but one with empty space. Somebody have someone named Marissa? Where is your name, Marissa? Looking for a Marissa. No? Maybe Krista, which could be Nico, but I don't think so. Hmm. The greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. Um, I was trying to do a full hour of tarot. We still have 10 minutes. We didn't get any bites on the channel message. But I did get a cool little drawing here. So there's that. The book of love is long and boring and written very long ago. It's full of flowers and heart-shaped boxes, and things we're all too young to know. But I love it when you give me things and you ought to give me wedding ring. I love that song. I don't know why that just popped in my head. I don't know if this is like a channel thing or just some random poetry, but the long and tired road of heartbreak can only end in love, which may someday lead you down that same road. Lest you die first, we all die alone. Hey, how's it going? We're kind of in tarot mode, but I'm getting ready to go back to chat mode in a minute here. What's been going on? We were just trying to get some channel messages. You got a Marissa? Krista? I don't have any tarot cards out anymore. I was using a couple decks, but it didn't last that long. Every night is different, you know. The other night I used my mystery deck for 45 minutes and tonight it lasted for 15. I don't know. It's just random. Maybe it depends on who's watching and the messages that they need and how in depth it is supposed to go. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I just figured we could try to get some notes out before we call it on the tarot. Because I don't think I'm not really feeling any of the other decks. I chose which decks I wanted to use, and it just didn't last. So it's just not much of a tarot night, I guess. Um, I am gonna roll ads to switch, even though I roll them half hour ago, so I don't need to. I am gonna take the break. I'm not really getting anything here. Let's chat for a bit. Does anybody feel like chatting for a bit before I go? Um, I've been digging the 3 hour streams, and sometimes it's like, oh my god, I wish I would keep going. But I don't know if it's gonna be one of those nights necessarily. But yeah, let's take 3 minutes to ourselves, get out of tarot mode. I'm not feeling it. I don't know. I tried. I used two different decks, but that was it. Yeah. Yeah, aren't those really cool? That's the 60s vibe with the fit, right? We're like Great Gatsby, but also kind of 60s. So thank you for noticing. Let's reconvene in a minute. Um, I'm not doing that good with the vape today. I did better yesterday. I think it's still less than I was at when I was fully not caring about how addicted I was to it, but today was not as good as yesterday when it comes to the vape. I feel like I should just smoke, see how that feels. Maybe I'll hate the vape even more. I already kind of hate it. It's too cold. It makes me feel cold inside. It's like this isn't even menthol. This is Lana Del Rey's pussy. But anyways, let's just roll the ads and get into chat mode for the evening. All right. All right. And we are back. How's it going? I didn't really have anything for chat mode. We kind of talked about all the little topics I wrote down today earlier. Um, but I'm here for it. What's up? How's it been? How was your days? My day was pretty chill. I was supposed to work and then I didn't, so that was cool. Or I wasn't supposed to work and then I was gonna pick up a shift. My boss was like, you know what? Never mind. Like, all right, cool. So that was my day, and I did a whole bunch of lovely activities and some tarot. Yeah, right? Like a psych moment. Tarot videos in case you missed it. Year ahead readings with the thought deck. They're pretty short, which maybe I should have taken my time and been a little more in depth, but maybe I'll do that the next round of tarot videos. Kind of mentally prepare for longer ones. But again, it's a lot of energy for just free work, you know? Um, oh, I am the one who is supposed to carry this conversation. I appreciate the lurkers for lurking as always. I know we got some sleepers on our hands. Um, either way, I have an infinity symbol. I have a little crystally heart and Taurus. It check. Love that. Thank you. Got the ribbon in the hair. Got the rings. The bracelets. Miracle. Love you. Isn't it always Barbie time? It's giving none. Not gonna lie. And as someone who went to Catholic school, I know none when I see it. It's looking none to me, to be real. Not that we don't love it, but just saying. Um, love this dress that's probably from the 90s, but is so 60s, right? I'm out of mushies. Felt like side quest adventures today. Y'all want to follow me on TikTok? It's at Ellie Millie, just like my handle. I posted a little mushroom outfit today. That's why I thought of TikTok. Pretty cute stuff. It's funny because like it's not a poppin' conversation like it so often is, but there's still people lurking, and I appreciate that energy. However, what should I be giving my energy to? That is the question we ask ourselves every day. And a lot of times we don't even have energy to give. So we can only give to certain things, especially things that require so little of our energy. Why do we have such little energy? Because of our long ass work weeks. Always a tangent somewhere in there, don't you think? And it often sounds poetic because that's just the life of a romantic like me. Necromancy. Oh, damn. And she's dancing. Okay. So, slay away today. Okay. That's cool. Little poetry action. I have bongos. I'm gonna figure out if there's like a way to actually play bongos or if it's just like going at it random, like it feels like you should. I don't know. I feel like it's fine to wear them together. It's not really my culture necessarily. I have a Hamsa and it came on a necklace with an evil eye. It's cute. It's like from Claire's. I don't know if I should have bought it, but I really liked it and I do wear it all. So get compliments on it. Um, I might just go Rhapsodomancy. I don't know, y'all. Am I tired enough? Have we got anything in us? I can't do this alone right now. I don't know how else to put that. I have nothing. If we are not having a conversation, I'm not doing one. I can't tangent. Like I did it for a second, but it's like I don't really know what to talk about, honestly. You just get into a spiral if you tangent too much on your own. Um, I have no idea. Nothing. No thoughts. Just ocean, man. Doubt it. That was really actually a crazy sighting in the first place to me because I channeled him once when I was with my white witch, and he told me that he would teach people tarot if they wanted me to teach them with that deck, and that was like his little stipulation with me on how and when he would be channeled, and for him to step out and be like, "Excuse me, I don't guide you, you follow me." Zing. Yeah, I don't even feel like I'm brain dead. I feel like it's just winter time. I'm not going on as much adventure. I'm not having the time of my life. I'm not experiencing joy in all my moments. I'm not warm. Like, it's just such a different vibe. I feel like in the summertime, I'm like, oh my goodness, I did all these things and it was so much fun. And actually, last winter, I did a good job of it too. But this winter, I'm just not having the cold. I was outside all last winter, if you recall. I did a great job at not letting the cold stop me from living my life. But at this point, yes, the cold has stopped me from living my life. So it's like, oh, I guess here we are, all cozied up together. I have some coffee I've been drinking all day. Um, yeah, that too. It's hard to keep up in a world like this. Jesus effing Christ, man. I'm addicted to the Carmex. Okay, but that song I wrote about floating down the river earlier was actually lit. I loved it, to be honest with you. I thought it was really good. I can't remember it, but we'll go back. We'll rewatch the tapes. Um, Anything you'd like to hear? Anything you'd like to say? Anything you want me to say? Any AMA? Like, um, I just keep hearing different music. Okay, I'll talk about this. Playing the bongos, pardon me, playing the bongos today meant a lot to me because I feel like I have always had the call to music. And I feel like in my daily practices, in my hobbying, in my artistry. I very rarely put music into my routine. I feel like I like singing, but I like singing along to the music that I sing to. I like writing poetry. Yeah, play the thank you. Thank you. I said this earlier, nobody really cared. Thank you. I played the bongos today, and I'm gonna start playing the bongos every day, just like I started doing yoga every day. Because one day I woke up and I said, I need to change my life. And the last time I did that, I changed everything about my life. So I'm gonna do it again. Ta-da! Like that's just how it is. It's just what we do around here. So yeah, had bongos forever, and people like they're like a novelty item. But I'm like, fuck it. I don't play an instrument. I want to make music. I play the bongos now. So I feel like it's weird because it's like my job isn't a morning job by any means. Like I work nights, but I still have to go in the afternoon, right? So I'm trying not to be a completely nocturnal creature. But right now, I feel like, oh, I don't know if I can talk. Maybe I'm tired. But then in my head, I just keep writing all these little songs and having these ditties. And it's a great time to be writing and making music, you know? That's And I feel like I'm slowly, as much as I didn't want to, I feel like I'm getting back on a nocturnal schedule. I don't know why that's my natural circadian rhythm. I don't know why I like staying up all night to create. I don't know why I work better when the sun goes down. I don't know why I'm like this, but I am. And I feel like I have to respect that about myself in a way because I try to break out of the habit. But then the more I do things, this is what we were talking about earlier, is how I was adding things to my schedule and adding things to my practices. And as I add things, the more I'm slipping into these creature of the night habits, the more I'm like feeling wide awake at 8 p.m. and ready to go and getting into the work and doing what I need to do. And like right now, I feel like I could write music. I feel like I could sing songs. Okay, yeah, I could see that. I could totally see that. I just feel like I work better at night personally, right? Like, I don't know. And I want to make a New Year's resolution to music. Like, do y'all have New Year's resolutions? Because I like coming up with them for the Gregor New Year, but then I like to have them implemented by the zodiac new year, right? Because the true new year is in March when Pisces season becomes Aries season and it starts the next zodiac calendar. And of course, we have the Chinese New Year, which was actually, I think, already happened, right? Um, so whoever the fuck Gregor is, not our very human Gregor, but the Gregorian calendar. I don't know why we do that. Doesn't really align with anyone anywhere ever. Um, this is like practice new year. This is like making decisions, having a plan. So by springtime, we're already doing it and we're saying, this is what we want. This is how we're going to get it. This is what we're going to implement. Yeah. Yeah. It is. Yeah. So that's cool. Oh, it hasn't happened yet. Okay. Thank you. Someone will always know. Thank you. We have time. Is it always February 10th or does it change? I think it changes. Mm, okay, interesting. I love learning. No one can take that away from you. Sometimes you're like, man, what's the use? like being spiritually inclined and then having a spiritual crisis and then not being sure what you believe in. And then you're like, wow, what was the point of all that work I put into the spiritual journey if it led me to nowhere? But we know where we're going, but we don't know where we've been, and we're not. I think I skipped a line. I don't know. I covered that song, which is kind of cute. It's on my website. We're on the road, somewhere. Come on inside. Yeah, it is the Year of the Dragon. Taking the ride nowhere. We'll take that ride. I wish we could listen to music together, but then we get flagged and it's like a whole copyright thing, which is so annoying. Why can't we just listen to music? I have this cute little speaker my friend got me for Christmas. It was like, wow, I can't believe you listen to music on your phone. Like, is it that big of a deal? And now that I use a speaker, I see why. You know? Um, yeah, yeah, totally, for sure. Oh, I don't know. I thought it's copyright stuff. They catch you playing music, you get a copyright violation. It's just whether or not they catch you, like the risk you take. I'm pretty sure. I don't think. I mean, unless there's some other loophole that I don't know about. I feel okay this morning, and you know. I don't remember the words. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Um, Decade of Love. Remember when we were talking about the decades? I'm ready for that love to come in already. We are like 2 years in at this point. It was 2012 to 2022. This is our second year of this decade, and I feel like we need way more love than we've been getting. It's time to bring on the love and the good loving. Saying the good, the love and good vibrations, all that. Um, Decade of love. Remember that. Put love into everything that you do. Add a little love. The things that you start and whatever your efforts go towards. Mm. Okay, cool. Good to know. Um, I might just go, you guys. I don't really know what else to say, and I feel like I'm just being awkwardly quiet on here. Um, I'm trying to find the rambles. Some nights I have it, some nights I don't. Some nights the chat's got it, others I can't rely on y'all for this. I don't know what to say. I just feel like I'm awkwardly staring at the camera and then I keep forgetting that I'm live. And then I'm like, oh my God, what are we doing here? But like that's the thing, we're just enjoying each other's company. It's as if we were hanging out and you just have like a moment of silence, and it's not awkward silence. It's only awkward because I'm streaming on the internet. And then like random people come in here and they just like stare at me, stare at them, stare at me, stare at them. And then it's just like I feel uncomfortable. I feel like I'm feeling uncomfortable by making people uncomfortable in the thought that I might be making them uncomfortable. The more I talk, the more I feel like we could just keep streaming, but I don't know what to say. I don't know what to talk about. We could get on some special interest or something, but even that feels expensed. And I feel like I didn't really socialize today. I did a few tarot readings. They're not very long. The reading on here wasn't long either, so I don't know why I feel kind of like, all right, that's good. I thought I was gonna last all night. I actually have been trying to make it my goal to stream even longer than I've been streaming. Like making it to the 2 hour mark was my milestone as I returned to stream. Um, but then that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We're vibing. It's as if we were hanging out and we're all just like taking a minute to think, and then when somebody has a thought, they share it. And that's normal. And I do that all the time. But for me, like, right, it's just like, oh hey strangers, creepy kid on the internet, you know? Um, God, I don't even remember what I was saying. It's so funny. I don't know if I'm really like tired. I'm just kind of spent. I don't know why. Didn't even work today, you know what I mean? 222 on the time. Maybe that's a good time to end it. I don't know. I'm kind of having fun. That's the thing. It's like funny how this is like fun for me. But again, I just don't have anything to talk about. I'm more than willing to talk to y'all because I love that people even want to. That's like super cool to me. It's just a shame when I ain't got shit to say. And the tarot cards don't even have shit to say. So I don't really know. I'm gonna drink some water though. Right, right. Sometimes it's that comfortability that allows you to even be in the state where you can relax enough to drift off. And like it's not always a dissociation moment, but really like a absorbed in the moment. Could not agree more. Um, should I stay or should I go now? Oh gosh. I don't know if I'll make it to the 3 hour mark. I was like, let's do it. Let's make it past the 3 hour mark tonight. But now I'm like, damn, I don't know if we're gonna make it to the 3 hour mark tonight, you know? Right. I agree. Bed is comfy, you know? Like it's nice. We all enjoy each other's company though, and I get that. It would be 35 minutes. You have some Mad Libs, that'd be hilarious. I bet I could look some up. Are you gonna pick all the words? I don't know if anybody else is here with you. The world's greatest word game. Oh my god, these are for like children, which it is child game, but it's like annoyingly, oh my god, they're not gonna be good. We're not pulling up Mad Libs as it turns out. I think I'll read a poem. I'll wait for T to get back since they're my only chatter. How's everybody doing tonight? Thanks for lurking, guys. Feel free to follow and chat along anytime. Ask me anything, right? Fun. We have fun around here. Um, the conversation's much more lively when there's people having it with me. The whole discussion the past 20 minutes has been I don't really know what to talk about, but we're making it work and we're streaming. Um, so I'm working on a poetry book. I wrote one, I think it's available on Amazon. If you look at my link tree, there's a link that says the only way I can sell these books, unfortunately. And that's the book, my poetry book, that is available on Amazon. Um, I am writing a follow up to that book, which is called Short, Strange, and Slightly Deranged. So this one, as of right now, is called Round Two, but I don't know if I'll change the title at all. So I'm going to read a poem from that. But again, I'm going to kind of like wait for T to get back because I don't want to be rude to the one person who's actually talking. I realized today I was looking through some documents and I actually have so many poetry books that I have been working on and so many poems everywhere that I'm actually excited about it and want to focus more on writing in general, but especially in the winter. Oh, yay. Yeah, okay. So this is like the first poem in the book. It's just a simple one. It's kind of supposed to be pretty funny to me, but anyway, it's called Half Hearted. Ode to Joyful, what a name, a lazy poem to explain my pain. The thoughts themselves enough to drive one insane, but at least we're not still fucking deranged. You're both worth fighting for, but somehow you look through me like I'm not even there. Though you are right in front of me, yet where you are is unclear. I look through doubt and move through fear. I speak to those who may not hear. How it might feel to know it's not real, but rather a jumble in the head, knowing it's within, and still hate what's being said. So you pass the time with the smallest talks, psychobabble, and repetitive walks. You gather up and just pretend like you might break out before the end. But nothing happens. There is no change. And every time you manage to smile, I must have walked about 50 miles. It's good to check in. It's good to calm down. It's good to finally lose that frown. Yeah, it's just one. It needs. I am almost done with it. I don't want to like read too much, but it needs like editing. Here's a poem that I've probably read on here before that's on vocal media, so I'll read this one since it's already public. Called The Alchemy of Rose Gold. It all comes back to this place you know you couldn't have possibly been before, but you miss ever so dearly. Yet you've never been sure where you got the notion of it ever really starting. Sometimes you hear a song or see a person or just remember the good times, and suddenly all those things are happening in the same moment. And I mean, it's all happening at once. The sounds of music and the faces and the events all at once, not jumbled up or misheard, but just happening. It's transcendent, it's practically a feeling, but at the same time, it never happens, so it doesn't truly exist, and you don't know what a feeling is. Well, it does exist. That's where I live. I live in nothingness. But it's not exactly nothing. Common misconception. It's sort of like the space where time isn't moving. Like there is no time at all. It's an exact parallel of your own reality, but at the same time, it's not. What an absolute paradox. Trying to tell you about it is enough of a trip as it is, let alone getting there. But when you do, you never leave. You forget where you are sometimes, sure, but you never leave. It's all the happiness of life without the existentialism that comes with thinking of the past. Similar to nostalgia, but for different reasons. The catacombs of the mind are alive with the history of life. You can consider me a time traveler if you prefer, for the absence of time means all exists at the same time without chronologicity. The separation of time gives life its true to you form. What you perceive to be objects are floating atoms moving incredibly fast in front of your face. Hard surfaces are mere illusions of what you believe life is. And that's because you live on a linear schedule and you lay time flat out on its face. I bet it is a good time to enjoy every moment like that for what it truly is. I, on the other hand, prefer a life different. I prefer the infinite. I had traveled your roads before and I thought that was enough, just a one-time thing, because this, what could be better than all of it? I suppose all the joy in the universe can't keep loneliness at bay forever. You know what I missed? I missed people. I missed all the strangeness of being human. Though observing it gives its own satisfaction, just knowing that they are there doing things, questioning things, experimenting even on themselves. But that means they cause bodily harm to one another, other humans. I just thought that surely that was not the life for me, but of course, I was lonely. Suddenly, the internal flame was beginning to dim. I could still see the colors, but the feeling was different. There was suddenly, all of the sudden, a feeling that I left something out. I could be content in the moment of infinite until I remember something else. I remember the rose, the symbol of love and feminine divine, the reprisal of spring, always in season, slow to bloom, never changing. Every color under the moon for any occasion and every mood. It made me think of romance and how much power there is in laughter. Suddenly, I thought of first dates or extraterrestrial encounters. I thought of old lovebirds and first timers and all the movies and 24-hour diners. I remembered how to drive and the dreams of being in the passenger seat to a ghost ride back when I didn't know how to travel time, when I thought nothing of any greater purpose to life, when I knew so little and did so much. I thought of the rose as a symbol of life. I remember the music and the feeling of rattling dice in my hands like I'm about to play my cards no matter what happens. Would you call that excitement? Suddenly I get a vision. I am in the in between section of what you think life is. It was like the desert, but it was a place where things are created. There is no creator of other volition. We are the entrance and we are the exit. We are the show and the music. But I remember the music. I'm transported. I am among the sands of time. I can hear the loop rushing by, yet I also stand in silence. It was where I could call out and say anything I wanted, but all I could think about was the rose. Suddenly I see a blooming rose. It is planted, growing, deeply rooted. It is the perfect definition of a rose, and it feels like all of it. It made me feel so alive the way it resonated with all the facets of life. I was so blown away by its singular beauty, its moment in history that would forever be a timeless entry in an infinite existence. I thought about crying because the awe is so outstanding. I become gold, lustrous riches of gold. I am blankets of the sands that sparkle with time. I am the clock and the gadgets inside. I feel the sun as I continue to shine. Suddenly I am liquid, rivers of illumination rushing to the ridges of my mind. It is extended to the cosmos of reality. Suddenly it is flooding. The gates were always open. I am beautiful in every regard. I am everywhere. It is gold. The roses are drowning in my illustrious vision. I solder them. I become it. Everything is flashing, but is not to be seen. Everything I once loved was coming back to me. The roses grew in their new flesh of gold prisms. They bloomed one more time to be etched forever. I melded into the rose, the gold of my world, becoming the shape of every petal and thorn. I grew taller, grew more. I turned inside out several times before I was reborn. and I would become it. I would become the rose encased with gold until the two became flesh. I returned to your earth, as it were, but with a new vision of reflection to experience the world. I decided if I should exist in this linear time, then I will occupy infinite space. If even if I am going to be in one place, I will be everywhere. I will be the things you love. I will be your good taste. I will be the sparkle on your dullest days. I will be everything for I am here for eternity, so here I will stay. I don't know why I started like tearing up while I was reading that. That was very bizarre. I don't know why I'm like crying right now. It's so random. Um, I like that one. It's strange. Yeah, I got very emotional reading that. That was so weird. Oh, I guess it was a pretty good poem, or whatever you would call that. Prose, short story. Oh, just a little something. Yeah, so there's also, I've read a story. It's on my website. I might think it's on the homepage, maybe it's not. Yeah, it is. The Postman, so you can listen to that. It was kind of supposed to be like Jesus, but as a color. Yeah, you got the idea. So I really, yeah, I don't know why. I've read it before and I've read it out loud. I've never been moved to tears like that. It was kind of bizarre. I'm just glad I can still cry anymore. Um, what else is up? That was some poetry. I also have super secrets. I don't know if I can handle it. I'm like trying. I have a lot of writing to do. I have like three poetry books and like some abandoned novels, some abandoned screenplays. I got so much writing content, it's ridiculous. Gotta finish it. We're not doing Mad Libs, they're all for children. They won't even be funny. Um, yeah. I like threw out my copy of a book when I was having psychosis. I actually wrote that original book. Oh my god, I'll pull it up. Remember? Be Forever Always. That was so fucking cute. I threw it away because I was like depressed about something. It was very sad. Um, this is all my bone. This is my short-lived web series. It's pretty funny to me, um, but it didn't really catch on. It's not very well made. Stoned current events from the past. So this is the bonus content. But then this is the book I'm talking about. It was so fucking adorable. I might try to recreate something similar, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to replicate it. And I really wish I didn't throw it away. But it happens and it's all just stuff. And at least there's a YouTube of it. So at least you'll have plenty to do while I'm gone. Super cutie stuff. Plus, the Zodiac videos are up now on YouTube, also, which I've linked so many different times. I'm sure y'all got the link already, but I'll probably link it again before we go because it's just how the fuck this game goes, you know? So here's some YouTube Zodiac readings. Think we can make it another 20 minutes and get to our 3 hour mark? You think we can do it? I feel like I could be Here. Yeah, I feel like the web series is actually a gem. I kind of want to bring it back. It's just so much work for something that's like, I don't know. I think it's funny. Maybe it's not funny. Maybe I have a bad sense of humor. It's again not very well made because like I'm very rudimentary. I have a simple $50 camera and this Yeti mic and free software on my laptop that I use to edit videos. But I thought it was really funny and I just have always wanted a collaborator for stuff. Really wish that I had one. Please judge me. Please judge me. That is so creepy. But you get what? Okay, see, Dom, I don't know if you've been lurking or if you just came back because it's like daytime for you. But I was talking about how like comfortable silence with your friends is fine. But then like I'm streaming on the internet still. So it's like it is creepy. Can you imagine just strolling up, you don't know me, and I'm just sitting there like this? What's up? What you want to talk about? What's going on? You know, like I've been trying to stream for at least 3 hours. I'd love to stream for more than 3 hours like I used to, but I that don't happen anymore. I'm not as rambly as I was. I like math. Algebra's fun to do. I love puzzles and stuff, you know. I wish that I got as much enjoyment out of it in high school as I do now, you know? Don't stop addicted to the fucking breeze. Addicted to a breeze? Ugh, pathetic. Like a fucking toddler. I do not condone giving breezes to toddlers. It's a Binky reference. Thanks. How'd that go? I have that song stuck in my head now. Your image in the dictionary. This life is more than ordinary. I feel like he was just rhyming words at that point. That's good. Cats also shouldn't vape. We know that. Dom would never actually give a cat a vape. I don't think. Do you think we'll make it another 15 minutes? Because I don't know what the fuck to talk about, y'all. What's going on? I know it's not like up to the chat to have conversation. It's up to me. I'm streaming. But I didn't have enough topics for today. It just was only an hour of conversation. Nothing really interesting to touch back up on. It's conversations we've delved into plenty of times. I really have nothing left. Um, 4 for 4. Does anybody have any questions? No, I don't. I don't know. I appreciate y'all being here though. Top 5 rappers. Oh my god. Kendrick Lamar, number 1. Easy, number 1. Listen, number 2. Two people came to mind and you're gonna hate them both. But number 2, I thought about how much I love the new classic, even though I know Iggy Azalea can't actually rap. We've seen her live too many times. She fumbled. And then I immediately thought about how good Azalea Banks is, despite the fact that she's very controversial. I do like Andre 3000, but I saw Big Boy perform live, and that was one of the best performances I have ever seen. I still need to watch the Kate Bush induction to the Hall of Fame because I heard he was on there talking about her. So definitely got to catch that. Um, Ghostface Killer was always kind of my favorite in Wu Tang, but I'm biased because he's a tour. I always feel like Busta Rhymes is like of the most talented, not necessarily of my favorites. Um, Genuinely rapped, it's been too long. That's what I was actually talking about while you were gone, is how I have been feeling the call back to music again lately. I feel like it's such a summertime thing for me, but I have been really like wanting to make music. And I feel like I get the urge like when I'm streaming or something random. But like if Kendrick comes on, I'll rap along to it. I feel like Chance the Rapper and Childish Gambino have always been, not always, but are two up there rappers for me. Bongos, exactly. I've been practicing the bongos, Dom. We can really make some music. I'm gonna do it. I wrote this little ditty earlier about floating down a river. I bet that'd be so cute. Um, and I'm writing poetry all the time. I know I got some good songs. There's actually some songs I do have. Um, I liked The Big Day when I listened to it once, but I didn't really listen to it after that, and I don't know what Coloring Book is. I like acid rap and the one with 3, the third album. I don't know. If one more label try to stop me, you already know what it is. So yeah. So where does that leave us for a top 5? We got Kendrick Lamar, Childish Gambino. I was like really into Digital Underground in high school. I don't think Hobson was ever popular, if we're being perfectly honest. The Big Day did kind of kill his career and his shitty attitude and overly religious. Um, Lil Wayne is very respectable, and I've always enjoyed Snoop Dogg. They're both favorites. I don't know. Um, okay, so Kendrick Lamar. I've seen Action Bronson. He was actually pretty good. And like I said, Big Boy was one of the best performances. So I guess I don't listen to a ton of rap. I really like People Under the Stairs. They're good. It's not a rapper. So Kendrick Lamar, Childish Gambino, Chance the Rapper, Tupac. I don't know. I don't even have. Dude, Tech Nine, it definitely counts. Well, there's two of them, right? But Tech Nine, like Ecstasy, I love you very much. I don't know. Is Tupac still my top 5 rappers? Kind of. I don't even know. I don't know. What are your top 5 rappers? Hey, Grizzly's really good. don't want a problem with me. You don't want a problem with me. I really like Megan Thee Stallion. I don't like listen to her music though, but I think she's good. Okay, that's a good list. I don't know who MC Ride is though. JPEG Mafia is surprisingly good because he has a dumb name, but he's actually really good. Yeah. Glad we both said Kendrick first. Oh yeah, Death Grips is good. Oh yeah, good one. A really good one. I don't have a top five rappers. I have a top three: Kendrick, Childish, and Chance. I don't know who I'd put in my last two slots. I really like TLC, so Left Eye maybe. Yeah, he's just all around really talented. His show is really good too. Have you seen Atlanta? Like he's good. He's real good. Yeah, he's a rapper. It's about a rapper. Childish plays the manager slash lifelong bestie. Um, yeah, really good. It's surreal. It's surrealism, which is an odd thing because you're not expecting it, and you're like, "What the fuck?" Good show. What else is going on? You only got 5 minutes till I gotta roll ads. Means we pretty much made it. Good for us. Somehow we did it. um, yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. I was gonna ask you your top five DJs, but I don't think I really have an answer for that either. I don't know if I really have an answer for any specific topic, top five, because I can't even think of like top five rock bands either, because it's like that's such a huge genre. What the fuck? Um, and even when it came to rap, I thought of rap groups rather than rappers. So, um, like what, top five guitar players? No idea. Top five drummers, maybe three. I don't know. Like, um, yeah. Banknote, post-it note. I don't know. Want to find out? My voice is not tip-top shape right now, but see. Asheroth counts. Number five. It's the highest I can go, I think. I don't know. I said banknote, post-it note, passing notes with your friends in high school, um, voice notes, that note, and C note. Not the $100 bill, but the guy from Prison Break. Yeah, those are my top five notes. Top 5 TV shows. X-Files. Prison Break being fresh on my mind, but not really. Maybe You're the Worst. American Horror Story was, but they're ruining their own legacy. Um, True Blood, definitely up there. My Name is Earl, probably. I would say Jersey Shore, but it would be a lie. Dude, My Name is Earl is so good. You should watch it again. You'd be like, damn, that's wholesome as fuck. It's really good. Um, I don't know. Was that 5 shows? X-Files, True Blood. What do you mean seen? Oh yeah, I have. True Blood. Hell yeah. It kind of was American Horror Story, but again, mixed feelings about the show now. You're the Worst. And why am I so bad at picking 5? I would maybe go Umbrella Academy. I really like that show. Yeah, we'll give it to Umbrella Academy. Fuck it. Sex Education's good too, though. I don't know if it is. Maybe it is top 5 worthy. I don't know. Something random. I gotta roll the ads, so let's roll the ads, and then I might come back and leave unless you have more questions. This is kind of fun. We could do this all day. Oh, It's Always Sunny is definitely, I think, the funniest show, so I feel like it deserves a top 5 slot. But then I also really like The Mick. TV is hard. I have like too many favorites for that one. Number 5 is just a rotating cast. I don't even know if American Horror Story makes it in the top 5 anymore. It's gotten so bad. Um, yeah, okay, so let's roll ads. We'll be back in 3. And we're back. Um, Dom's in and out because he's in Australia, so it's like 7 p.m. there, something like that. Um, Even if we stay past 3 hours, could we really make it to 4 hours? I don't know. And would the replay even be worth watching again? I don't know. I was thinking about my top five movies, and it's another one where I'm like, I'm not really sure I have a top five. Amelie is definitely number one. Amelie is my favorite movie. And then I love Studio Ghibli movies, but would any of them make the top five? I don't know. Um, I just recently watched this movie, Kinky Boots. It's really funny. It's pretty good. Um, Grand Budapest Hotel, I've watched way too many times. It's so good. I kind of like all Wes Anderson movies. Wes Anderson would basically be the top five. Amelie wins though for my favorite. Um, Coffee and Cigarettes is a classic. Gotta say that's definitely up there. Gotta love that fucking movie. 200 Cigarettes, also a great movie. Definitely also up there. Um, what other movies do I like? I don't know. As long as you have a favorite of everything, I feel like it's fine. Like my favorite band is probably the Grateful Dead, right? Maybe the Velvet Underground. Favorite singer, Nico. Maybe Kate Bush. Like, as long as you have a favorite. Don't call me home, little sister. Oh, um, it's funny because the first thing that came to mind was The Lovely Bones, and that came out when I was in like middle school, I think. And I felt like it was frustrating to realize she was dead. And I was like, damn, that really sucks. What a bummer. And I never saw it again. I don't know how badly I was hurt, but I can't think of anything else that I only saw once that still stands out in my mind. Yeah. Um, we need to talk about Kevin. That one's tough. Never heard of it. I have no idea what that is. My chest. See, I want to take my bra off. Might be where we call it quits, y'all. It was fun. I'm glad we made it to 3 hours. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna, like I said, keep taking notes, keep writing down topics, trying to get deeper into the streams. Like, I'm working on it, definitely. Under the sea, under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's better. Take it from me. Up on the shore they work all day. Out in the sun they slave away. Something else and something else under the sea. Yeah. Thanks for playing games with me. This was a lot of fun. I appreciate y'all. Um, I think it's time that we call it. It's late anyways. I'll try to like start at 11 and make it till 3 and do a 4-hour stream soon. Just run out of stuff to talk about. I don't know how I always had so much to talk about, or maybe there was just always people talking to me. But I used to stream for like 6 hours straight, and now I'm like barely making it to 3 hours. And I'm just wondering what my own secret was. But I'm getting more in tune, getting more in touch, as we talked about earlier. It was like choosing to believe and having faith in those beliefs. And not wanting to be lonely, so knowing you're never alone and like getting back in touch with spirit, being connected all the time because I really have been disconnected and just like mildly practicing and I'm trying to get more into it and back to where I was and be comfortable with what I experience instead of being uncomfortable by the experience. Absolutely, and I'm glad to hear it. I hope that it is cozy, and it just is a sleepy weekday, it's just kind of a surprise thing, so I'm really glad that it lasted as long as it did, and I think it went well for what it was. Um, every night is gonna be different. It's been great the past couple nights, so it's always worth it. I got new followers and new subs this week and a bunch of 3-hour streams, so good for me, good for us. It's good. Yeah, that's fair. It just seems like so bright in here to be so quiet. Um, I wonder if I should switch up my categories once in a while. You think we should try to would you still watch me if I was on just chatting, or do you only find my channel because I'm on tarot? I've been trying to figure that out. I always talk about reading, but I don't know if I'll ever go back to reading on stream. I thought that would be a good idea, but I don't know. I don't think it is. Or maybe I just have to pick easy books to read. We enjoyed reading Be Here Now, so I don't know. Maybe we'll get back to we're at the yoga part. Maybe we will get back to that. Might just get back to Be Here Now. See about that. Anyways, this was fun. I love you all so much. Maybe I'll be back tomorrow or the next day. I really have no idea. I appreciate y'all chatting with me and being here for the experience. I really love what I do and I want to do this. So I'm glad that I'm able to with you participating with me. Otherwise, it wouldn't even be possible. So I appreciate all my followers, chatters, lurkers, subscribers, viewers, everyone. I love this and I'm glad we get to do this night after night after night. So um, whatever time of day it is, good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening to you. I want to say all that stuff, but I really want to wish you a good night and good luck. And remember that I love you so much. And I thank you for always tuning in and being here with me. Until the next one,